Yes, people, welcome back to the One True Red podcast. And we're joined this evening by Aki, Uche, CT, and Mikey. CT, fresh from Wembley. You've cursed us again. The last time you went to Wembley was the League Cup final. Last time was the League Cup final. You watched us get beat.
Yeah.
This time, Charity Shield, you watched us get beat.
Yes, I did. What an occasion, what an atmosphere. You know what? Crystal Palace are my second team, man. I enjoy watching them still. But congratulations to Crystal Palace. They've done it again. Underdogs have done it again. Liverpool thought they were playing sailing from the first half and then maybe second half a little bit as well. But Crystal Palace have showed you can't drop the ball. You know what I mean? You got to concentrate throughout the whole 90 minutes because when certain changes got made in the second half, you lost concentration. You lost control of the game, and Palace were back into it. So all I can say is congratulations to Crystal Palace and commiserations to Liverpool. I know some people in there think it's just a glorified friendly. Is it, Uche? Doesn't matter. Pre-season. But listen, tell some of the Liverpool fans that I was travelling back with, man, because they were very upset. They were very upset. And the way Crystal Palace celebrated, it meant something and it means something. And there was 100% commitment in the game as well in terms of challenges, tackles, and everyone was up for it. So it's a big game. It's a big game that sets you up for the season. But congratulations to Crystal Palace.
Definitely congratulations to Palace. I think they deserved it based on the second half performance. But Uche, glorified friendly. Are you bothered?
No, I don't want to lose games. Let's get that out of the way. So first, you always start off by saying congratulations to the team. I think they deserved it because the second half we fell off quite a lot. So I wasn't really happy with the way we're defending, the space we're leaving. Should have put the game away. So they stuck around there and won the game. So am I bothered about the actual result? Of course not. It still remains a Community Shield, but didn't want to lose it. I generally thought we were going to cruise it the way we started, but it wasn't to be. So congratulations to Crystal Palace for a very good game. They always give us problems. Last season, 2 games we played them, and it was not, the pace, the skill, Eze, Sarr, and Arteta. So I thought, yeah, they did quite well. But from my point of view, our defense and the greatest centre back we've ever had had an off day, a very off day. I think he wasn't on it at all. And our midfield, Szoboszlai was sort of tired towards the end as well. So, but yeah, congratulations to them. We move on.
We do move on. Some comments coming in. Evening to the people who've joined us. Kibsy, Cameron, welcome back. Copfather, I think you're a newcomer to the pod, so welcome. If you're not subbed, please do so, and please like the video when it's done. Lovely game. Ekitike scored, and we avoided the curse. We did avoid a curse because I saw something about what happens to the winners of the Charity Shield, and then what happens to who wins the league. So let me give you a couple of stats, CT, because you seem really happy.
I knew that before the game. I've done my research. What happens to the losers of this competition? They usually anyway. Go ahead. I'm not going to spoil the surprise.
So one of the last 15 Charity Shield winners have gone on to win the league. And then 4 of the last 6 Charity Shield losers have gone on to win the league. So it looks like it's a fairly good omen for us to have lost this match. Mikey, you're being a bit quiet here. I know you watched the game.
Being quiet because you guys are chatting nonsense. You're happy you're being lost now. Because
is that what we're saying? Is that what we're saying?
A load of rubbish. Talk about your performance. Talk about the players. Talk about who you're happy with. Who you're unhappy with.
What was your view on the performance?
My view is that the first 20 minutes, I was interested in how attacking you were, how many players were flooding forward, and how many gaps were being left at the back. And then Palace just started looping the ball over the top. And then it started causing havoc for you. And they've got Sarr, Eze, and Mateta. Eze is able to hold up the ball and retain it very well. And so allowed Sarr and Mateta to kind of break off of him. And then they were able to make a couple of counters count. VVD was terrible. But I'm sure you were going to say that anyway. Ekitike was a lot better than I expected, to be fair.
The disrespect in that comment.
What? I'm not gonna lie. You've heard what I've said about him. So when I watched him today, I was thinking, do you actually go and get Isak? That's what I was thinking, because they play very similar in the same spaces. And so, what if you're buying a second striker and you do need another number 9, you don't normally buy somebody that's like for like, because it's somebody that's going to be able to change the game from the way it's going with the kind of starting line. So yeah, it's an interesting time for Liverpool.
Always.
I'm happy.
You're always happy when Liverpool lose. But just on that point, we'll come to Aki on this one. But just on that point, I saw some quotes from VVD after the match, Virgil van Dijk after the match, and apparently he said that obviously he's unhappy to lose, blah blah blah, hates losing, lost his last 2 at Wembley, as CT will know. And then he said, we've lost Nunes and Diaz, so we must bring in another forward. So, Aki.
Wait. Don't wait. Before you get to Aki on that,
yeah,
he should have been talking about needing another defender. He's talking about the attackers. He's taking a mick.
I don't disagree. I mean, he missed the midweek friendly against Atletico. Yeah, he missed the midweek friendly with illness. But he played like he was still something wrong with him, because that was a terrible performance from him. Definitely need a new defender. We were down to just Konate and VVD as centre backs. If either of those go down, then it's Robertson coming in or Endo, and that's not something I want to see. So, good point from Cameron. We did miss Gravenberch today. Apparently, became a father last night. So, congrats to him. So that's the reason why he wasn't in the squad today. But definitely need a defender. So, Aki, first of all, striker, do you agree with the VVD that we do need to bring another forward, and then also a defender, as Mikey's saying?
Yeah, I think we definitely do need a striker and a defender, and I disagree with Mikey. I don't think Isak and I don't think Isak and Ekitike are the same type of players. First of all, like Hugo, as I call him nowadays, he can play on the left as well, and he can play multiple positions. That's one of the reasons why we bought him. Whereas I'd say Isak is more of a traditional number 9, so I can see them playing together if we needed to play them together. But we do need a striker, because there's no one on the bench today. That was one of the reasons why we ended up losing. When we subbed him off, who did we bring in? I don't think Verts is that player for us, really, especially in games like today. And then we need a defender, because Gomez is always injured. So that means if Konate or VVD get injured, then we're back to how we were like 3 or 4 seasons ago, when we had like no defenders. We had to call in Phillips,
Williams.
some other really terrible. What was that Turkish player's name?
We got Kabach in January, and the guy.
I thought you were back in Phillips at the time. That's not.
Phillips was the best of the bad bunch. He was the best of a bad bunch. He gave it his all. The rest were proper waxers. At least like Phillips, he had a bit of technique. He had a bit of techers. But I think we definitely need to buy 2 more players. Really, I think we're a bit light on the ground there. Like unless we want to rely on 17, 18-year-olds to come off the bench and change games for us. And that's quite risky, considering we spent £300 million. I think we're better off, spending a bit more money. It's not like we haven't got it. We just sold Nunes. We need to get at least 2 more players. And Guhai played quite well today, actually. So
who did?
I'll say 34 million.
Who
30, 40. Who? Mark Guhai.
You need to stop savaging people's name.
How do you pronounce his name?
Guehi.
Oh, geez, you learn something new every day, don't you?
Definitely not
Say what you see. Say what you see. It's like catchphrase. Yeah, that's
Can I just say, I'll tell you what excited me for this Premier League season. You lot are going to be so vulnerable in terms of when you go up and attack, because you left no defensive cover backwards. And I know you lot were missing Gravenberch, but not even he can work the miracles that you need when a team counter-attacks like they do as quick as Palace, because both your fullbacks were sitting alongside the attackers. I didn't understand.
I think Jones and Zobolai, they didn't play well at all. So I don't think they. Please stop! Look! It doesn't matter. Zobolai is what I hear on the commentary. So that might be how they pronounce it in Hungary.
Are
Like,
you sure it's not
Anyway, I don't think that pairing worked, and then I don't think the three actually worked with Vert either. To be honest with you, and I think that gave Crystal Palace more opportunities than they should have got. I don't think it's down to the fullbacks; it's down to the cover that they didn't get.
Cameron, yes, Aki is just making up names. It's funny you should mention about commentary because we're going to be doing some watch-alongs during the season as well. So do join us for that. Actually, thinking about it, aren't we playing Arsenal soon?
He does need a hearing aid.
I do wear hearing aids actually. So if anyone wants to sponsor me some more top of the range hearing aids, then I'll give you my email address.
But yeah, back to the game. I thought, second half we definitely tailed off. The pace of the game kind of caught up with us. I was actually impressed with Ekitike as well. I've been privately in our group chats. I've been saying I'm not convinced on him based on the games I saw him play last season. So it was good to see. It was good to see him live playing for us in a game that had some meaning to it. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about our defense though, for sure, because we did let through a few too many chances for my liking. And I also saw an interview with Slot. I saw an interview with Slot after the game, and he said about how he was happy with the fact that we created more chances against Crystal Palace than we did last season, and we scored more goals than we did against them last season as well. But he was unhappy with the amount of chances we let them have, and he said he needs to fine tune that. So hopefully that happens over the next few days ahead of next weekend's game. Uche, defense. Are you worried, or is it nothing for us to worry about as it's a pre-season game as far as you're concerned?
Something for you guys to get gassed about because
it's only a friendly, lads. Come on,
it's only a friendly. It's like how many days to go. It's clear to me that unless you generally believe that the club is incompetent, which they clearly are not, they would address the centre-back issue without a doubt. So I don't know what the fuss is about. I generally don't. But then you guys, you need something to moan about. Liverpool fans, after all, you do have a moan now and again. There's nothing to worry about here. Move on. Centre-back issue will be addressed before the transfer window closes. And like Mikey was saying, if Isak comes, great. The league is over. Well, it was kind of over anyway, which we're going to get into. But if Isak comes, obviously, it's definitely over. Because look at what was going on in that play. People can't even read what Verse is about to do. I mean, did you enjoy that, CT? Yeah, you like the movement, eh? I heard you sending messages and getting shook.
No, I wasn't getting shook. I was just actually showing my admiration.
Are you sure you're not getting shook? You sure? That sounded like you're a bit worried.
He's a good
did he look
player.
like? Did he look like Odegaard to you, bro?
Similar.
Have I missed the result of the game or something? We can't be eulogizing about this when it was a draw.
And it was a friendly.
And it was a friendly as well. What's going on here?
Let me just address Cameron. Cameron, your fullbacks were good going forward, but they both can't be bombing up going forward at the same time, creating that space. Munoz for Crystal Palace was just getting that ball every single time. Every attack, it was just over the top. Munoz. Where was Kirk?
Where was it?
Kirk was in the Crystal Palace box.
Well, it was an example of two things. One, obviously, Kirk has come into a new team, and like you say, Palace has a balanced same 11. So I think they will address that in weeks to come. I don't see that being an issue. I think that the problem with this game is that it's part of friendly, part not serious. The moment they started making the substitutions, my players got tired. It's not the same game. But yeah, we have two people missing, which when they come back, when Gravenberg comes back, as you know, and McAllister in there, it's a totally different level. So we need to be careful with this over-analyzing these part-friendly games because it doesn't really mean much. On Friday, you're going to see the real work come out. And we're going to give something for Bournemouth to hold. You know how we do. So don't watch that.
Just on Palace as well, actually. Mikey, I know that you want Eze to join you. We're obviously looking at who high? What do you call him, Aki? Who high? Who gay? What do you think? What do you think they're gonna? Do you think they're actually gonna sell Eze? Given that I think their first 11 is a very good team. I think they could actually do something. Europe is going to be a struggle. as well as the playing in the Premier League. So do you actually think they're going to sell the likes of Eze and Guehi?
I do. I think they have to sell Guehi.
Guehi, yeah, for sure.
The money on the table is just going to be too much to let go for a season. Eze, it's difficult because I didn't expect them to let Elise go when they did, from their history of holding Zaha for years. But we'll see. All the talk is that we'll get Eze. So I expect us to have Eze by the close of the window.
I think it'll be madness for them to do that. But anyway.
He's got a release clause, hasn't he? That expires on the 14th of August.
He hasn't got a clause.
He hasn't. So what kind of money are we looking at here?
Yeah, it will be similar to the clause that he did have. He had a clause that expired, and that was at 68 million. But
when did that expire?
That was about a week ago.
So why
90 million plus add-ons minimum?
This is what I don't understand with it. Is what are Arsenal waiting for? Because I said this the other week.
Because the buyout clause had very specific terms in terms of the money you had to pay up front and then how it needed to be paid out. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, the Evening Standard says it expires on the 15th of August. So.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Well,
Kibsy addressing our Arsenal supporting friends here. Major trophy for Arteta. Disappointed we lost, but Friday's important game for us this week. Exactly. That's what the focus should be on. And let's move on to the Premier League then, because we know that the Charity Shield, the winner of it, tends not to go on to win the Premier League. But let's talk about who we think, as a One True Red podcast, who we think is going to win next season's Premier League. Now, I'm going to start with CT. Let's go.
Let's go.
Surprise me. Shock me.
Confident.
What are we doing now? Are we doing it based on the squad we have now or the incoming?
Oh, for goodness sake, answer the question, man.
I'm asking the question.
Okay, let's just to clarify it for the viewers. Right. So we're going to go based on the squads now. We can revisit in a few weeks' time, on the 1st of September, when we have the window closed and see if the squads have changed and whether our views have changed. But we're going based on, as of now, CT, who's going to win the 25-26 Premier League?
I just can't say it. So I'm going to say my team are going to win it. Arsenal.
Okay. And why do you think that's going to happen?
Because we've strengthened from last season. We've got in a striker that is very, very hungry and is very putting himself out there to actually get goals in terms of any way he can. And we've missed that in terms of that attitude and that desire to get goals. This is what we were lacking last season and the season before that, which didn't get us over the line. Gyökeres is a different animal, man. And I think Arteta is going to realize that we have to feed into him. And if we do that correctly, he'll push us over that line for me.
I think he scored. He scored the other day, didn't he? Against who are you playing?
Atletico Bilbao.
Okay.
So and apparently he can't head the ball. Apparently that's what everyone was saying, and he scored a headed goal, which was from a brilliant run, and he also hit the post from a diving header. So, don't believe what you hear all the time, Aki, in the media.
No, boy. What do you mean? Don't believe? It's literally a factual. It's actually a factual observation.
The goal he scored, but the fact of the matter is, they were saying he can't hit the ball. It's not that he can't hit the ball.
The fact is, he headed the ball. So whether he scored goals before could be a strategy from Sporting. It could be all
absolutely, absolutely.
But the fact is, he's made a second appearance and he scored a header and he's hit a post.
It was a very good goal. I like that goal. That's the kind of goal you want to see.
That's funny.
Mamtasef addressing the Swedish Nunes from Cop.
These are all hopes.
100%.
Cameron Elder. Oh, praising Timberland boots. Yeah. What was the one from Cameron Elder? Uche? One more. He's hungry. Looks like he's pretty.
They're rattled. If you watched him play that game, you know he's a striker. You know he's a proper striker. So that's what we need to say.
They'll see him soon anyway, isn't it?
Well, there you go.
We
There
will
you
see
go.
him soon. We will see him soon. Do you know what? Let me just ask you guys. Oh, is anyone going to go against a team here? Mike,
No.
you're going to say Arsenal.
Yeah.
Uche, you're going to say Liverpool. Aki, you're going to say the same. Yeah. So
It is what it is.
it is what it is. We're both confident in our teams. But one thing I will
Wait,
say,
Ro, were you going to say Liverpool?
I'm going to say Liverpool. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a first.
Breaking news.
However,
For the viewers' benefit,
However,
Ro
comma.
never backed Liverpool to win the league.
There's a comma. We need to buy a centre back. But
Hold on. The terms are
There's
the
no
team right
variables, remember? Make the decision.
today. I'm saying today. But there is a comma though. There is a comma for me anyway. But yeah, today, as of today, I think Liverpool are going to win it. I was going to address something as well. Let me look at the comments here. So we're all confident in our teams. The one thing I was going to say, pick you up on CT, was that you said that you've strengthened, but who's weakened? Because you need to beat the team that is above you, right?
Yeah.
So you think that Liverpool are weaker?
I don't think you're weaker. I think that you won't have the time that you need for your team to gel as you need to. Like defensively, I think you guys look very suspect. And I know Cameron said, yes, Palace play three at the back and have wing backs just bombing forward. But you're going to have to deal with that in the Premier League. There's loads of teams that play like that. So it's not just because they play Palace play in a certain way. You're going to have to come up with a lot of answers to questions that teams are going to ask from this team. And I think Slot may be a bit naive in terms of the way he uses Frimpong and Kirkes. I saw Frimpong and Salah standing next to each other in certain attacks. I was just like, what's going on here? Like, Salah usually wants to receive that ball from, dare I say his name, but your ex-right back, right? He always wanted to receive that ball. He makes these runs, and Frimpong just wasn't finding. So what's happening? So you guys are going to have to adjust, and it's not going to be as quick as you guys think. So good luck to you.
Yeah, but okay.
I think your game plan has to change, and it's how the Premier League goes.
CT, simple question, right? We finished with 84 points, slept through the last 4 games of the season. So for you, either you think you're going to go past the 84-point mark, or we're going to drop. Do you see us dropping below that 84? Because is that what you're saying?
You might not make that 84, but I know we will get more points. We will definitely get more points. We'll be up there this season, fighting alongside.
I just want to say something. Like at the end of the day, you guys are going to have to change the way you play as well. Like Gyökeres is a new type of striker for your team. You've not had that type of striker for a while. You've had Jesus, Havertz, Marino, you name it, but you haven't had a type of striker like Gyökeres. And then once you add to that, you've got Zubimendi, and then you've got Nooney, who's going to probably take Martinelli's place.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's happened to you, man?
Well, I'm bad pronunciation. So you guys need to chill. As long as you know who I'm talking about, then all good. But so anyway, my point being is that's at least 3 players, if not an extra 4 there somewhere, that you're going to have to integrate into your team and a new style of play. So what makes you think? Yeah.
No. Yeah, not necessarily. Well, Arteta's putting the pieces in places. He's putting the puzzle together anyway. Because in terms of that last game he played, you can tell what he's trying to do in terms of bringing Gyökeres into the game. So it's about the players actually accepting. Say that again.
Who did you play?
Atletico Bilbao. Who's you play?
So you're getting all this confidence, but then you get brashed by Spurs in pre-season, like a couple of games ago.
Oh, come on, guys. Are we still doing this friendly?
This is playground chit chatter. Like the basic points are we've improved our squad. We've got 2 players for nearly every position. Zubamendi's going to come in and he'll be excellent, and then people will be eating their words. Gyökeres is going to score a load of goals. Havertz is looking strong and quicker and better. Noni is much better than Martinelli. I told everybody already. And so he can come in on the left. We've improved. Our defense is already strong. Last season, we had a few key injuries. So we'll see. We've got a very strong squad. And we expect to add Eze.
Your
Do you
defense
wanna-
is strong because you play defensive football. Now, when you're going to try to play a bit more
How can
attacking,
you play defensive football when you've got the ball most of the time?
that's what I mean. But you play defensive like type
That's
football.
what I mean. No,
you-
saying that's what I mean isn't an answer.
No, but you're not listening. You're not allowing me to finish. You play
Because
more
that's what I mean. You
defensive.
didn't say
You play
anything.
you play more defensive than Liverpool. You play more defensive than City, and you play more defensive than Chelsea. Last season's top four, Arsenal plays the most defensive type of football. I'm not saying they play defensive football.
Okay, I don't think you watch football.
Well, I
Arsenal
do.
play
I do.
very similar. Arsenal play
I'd
very
say
similar.
a lot of people would agree with that statement.
Arsenal play
That
very
football
similar
team,
to Manchester City.
yeah, but like a
Liverpool play a
Timu
different
version,
game.
a Timu version, or like a Pound Saver version. You
Whatever
don't
you
play
want
the
to
real
say,
deal.
the Timu version that finished above them, whatever you want to
Yeah,
say,
but once in the
can
last
make it
10
make sense.
seasons. Like what?
make
So
it,
what?
make it
Like
make sense.
Aki,
how many times have you finished above City? How many times have you finished above City in the last 10 seasons? Once. And then you're bringing it up as if it happens all the time.
Guess what? We're going into next season.
Right.
The precursor of next season is last season.
Well,
That's
let's
what we're
let's
using.
let's do our predictions for
You-
3, 2,
you just-
2, 3, and 4 because this
You're
should
acting
be
like you
quite
just
fun.
joined the group. Uche was mentioning last season's points tally of 84 points.
Yeah.
We're using last season as a reference point to move from in terms
Yeah.
of whether the teams have improved. You can do this City analysis if you want, but we know that they've lost KDB. We know that Rodri's out until mid-September.
At least.
We know that they're going to suffer the same issues. We can get there in the top 4, top 5 conversation. But the fact of the matter is, the 3 teams that have significantly strengthened are Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea. And from our perspective, we back our team. It's as simple as that.
Good. So when you don't win a league next season, which you're not, and you don't win a Champions League, which you're not, then I'm expecting you to hear Arteta out because you
No.
just said it. Well,
No.
why not? Why not?
You keep
Why
wanting
not?
to steer
No.
our conversation this way every
Actually,
pod, but it's not going to go that way.
I
You don't
agree.
understand that yet.
Yeah, well then you're just unquestioning followers. Then really you don't really support your
Let
club.
them be. Aki, don't worry about it. Let them be that way. CT, was you going to ask the question before we go to
Nah,
the
go
comments?
on.
We've got quite a few
Nah,
that come in.
Go.
We've got a few come on. Copfather's asking, can Arsenal get high 90s as Liverpool have done it multiple times now? Have Arsenal even got over 90 before? I don't know the answer to that.
No, why would they do that? To be honest, you don't need 90 points that we've
Well,
proven. So I don't really
It will be
understand.
high 80s, I'd imagine. The league will be competitive. It's not
We
going to
didn't
be.
hit 90. 90 is not a prerequisite anymore. Might not
Exactly.
be a prerequisite anymore. So why we?
Might not
I
be.
think that
We don't
level's
know.
gone now. Yeah,
don't
but I
know.
think that level's gone.
Another question.
One thing I would say, I think again, the problem with these kind of talk is that you guys get overexcited and you don't look at facts. And I'm always disappointed. Someone mentioned Rodri just now. Man City went the first 9 games were top of the league. Rodri hardly played. So those are just facts, just to remind people. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say.
Also, KDB's not there. And City were terrible last season. And you said they needed to spend 200 million in January and they'd finish above us. They spent 200 million and they
I'm
still
just trying
didn't.
to tell you guys that
So we're talking about facts.
they went all the way to November. They went all the way to November and they were top of the league. That's
Do we need to get to the top 4 predictions then? Because it sounds like you got something interesting to say.
Yeah,
Let's
you
do
could
that.
do that. I do have something interesting to say because I genuinely, this is my genuine
Let's
opinion.
start with Uche.
Let's move on to that. Then.
I think Mamta's comment is spot on. It also applies to their fans as well.
Yeah.
Go on then, Uche. Let's move on to who we think are going to finish in the top 4 then. So, Mikey, let's start with
Uche's got something interesting to say.
It's not actually that interesting. It's just based on thing I feel, just a feeling. We're making prediction. I think Arsenal have improved. It's not enough. It's not enough because Liverpool have left them, so there is no competition there. I'll be absolutely disgusted, and I'll repeat the word, absolutely disgusted, if Liverpool finish below Arsenal in any shape or form. Totally disgusted. I would be so distraught because it wouldn't make any sense. So to me, there is no conversation to be had between Liverpool and Arsenal. So let me just leave that there. Secondly, I genuinely do feel that Chelsea and Man City are coming for Arsenal because Arsenal did improve, but then so did Chelsea and so did Manchester City. But obviously, in the mixture of it, we're talking about Champions League. They're all going to make the Champions League. It's just that's the boring part. Okay, that's it.
Okay, do you want to do yours in order then?
Give your places.
Yeah, top 1 to 4.
That's what the top 4 is.
Liverpool,
second, third, fourth.
Liverpool first. Second, I'm struggling to be honest. I just
No.
kind of didn't need mine anymore. Yeah,
No,
I can say
no,
I'm
no, no.
struggling. I will predict it.
You said Arsenal are struggling. We're not getting nowhere near Liverpool. You started bigging
Right.
up City and Chelsea. List your top
Second,
four.
Can I do mine?
No,
No,
second,
you can't
Not
do
yet.
yours.
Actually,
Keep
wait.
quiet.
He wants to take more time to think about it.
no,
Nah, let him go.
I didn't say that.
You
I
did.
didn't.
That's what you're
No, I
implying.
didn't say that.
Well,
Second,
then get it out then.
Go on,
Well, if you
Uche.
keep quiet and stop interrupting me.
Go on, Uche.
Second, Manchester City. Third, Arsenal. Fourth, Chelsea.
Second, Man City. Arsenal third. Chelsea fourth. Kibsy. Yep. Uche does do facts, but yeah, Mikey. It took them a while, but they eventually had a discussion. I'm sure more coming. Aki, you wanted to jump in. So who's your 1 to 4 then?
No, this guy, whatever, you know this.
No, I want to go. No. To be honest with you, for second, I wasn't sure. Like, I was dilly-dallying between Chelsea and City, but I'm gonna go Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Arsenal.
Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Arsenal. Okay. So why do you think Arsenal are going to drop to fourth?
So I just don't think they're very good. And I think last season they got second. They got second because City didn't have a good season, and Chelsea were in transition. And this season,
Did we have a good season?
Did you not hear what I just said? I just said City didn't have a good season, but
Did
your
we?
standard is a great season.
Kibsy,
it's happening again. You finished
you're
second,
delusional.
but by your season, well, Arteta still has a job, so it must have been a good season, no?
So does Pep.
But Pep was going to go.
What's going on? Make it make sense.
Well, you're not allowing me to finish. So anyway, my point being is, I think City will be back up there because they always are up there. They have spent, even though Rodri's out. And Chelsea, I think, will be a force. Their weak spot is their goalkeeper. I think their goalkeeper is a weak spot. So providing they can kind of, and that's the reason why they'll probably finish third, actually. But I don't think Arsenal will finish much higher than third or fourth, and I'm going to go for fourth.
Okay. All right. So both Uche and Eki don't think Arsenal are going to finish second. I actually think they will finish second personally. Mikey,
You thought they win the league last year. You also thought everything about Arsenal to you is like the greatest thing you've ever seen. So am I really surprised you came in second?
Not greatest thing I've ever seen.
Last year you were so sure they were going to win the title. That's what you kept going on about. Arsenal, they're definitely theirs. They're going to win it. They're going to win it. Blah, blah, blah. So am I really surprised they come second? It's like your favorite team. You thought everything that Arsenal do, you're like shook. Like, I'm not surprised what you're saying. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's
you're not surprised that I'm saying they're going to finish second. Okay, that's cool.
I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised we might even put them first. No, we knew. Your dad Liverpool going to win it. That's how you normally roll.
CT, what's your top four?
Civil War. Keep going.
Civil War's happening, man. So as I said, I'm predicting Arsenal to win the league in this coming season. So I've got Arsenal first. I truly agree with Aki as well, saying that Man City are on the rise, and also, they're the ones to be looking out for. So I'm going to go for City second. I also agree.
Okay, you know what? No.
Chelsea.
I want to bet now. Right now, live for everybody. I want to bet right now.
Don't bet. I'm not betting. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm bringing it here.
No. We don't
promote gambling.
On this channel.
Okay, no worries. I'll tell you why we promote gambling away from here. Let's go. What's that? Okay, no problem. Carry on. Sorry to interrupt.
Relax. What's wrong with you?
I'm cool.
So Arsenal, Man City. It was a tough one between Chelsea and Liverpool.
Wait, CT. Okay. One second, CT. 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Just the new rule now, right? What we're saying on here, we have to be prepared. If we were betting people, we have to be prepared to have put that to a bet. So are you and this goes for you as well. This goes to Aki. Yeah, this goes to Aki as well. If you're prepared to back that with a bet, if you were betting people, of course, we don't promote gambling. If you're betting people, make sure that who you're choosing, who you'd actually back. So CT, and then we'll revisit what Aki says.
Yeah, as it is right now. Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool.
Okay. Aki, you sticking to yours as well?
Yeah, why would I change it? I did say, like, I think best they can hope for is third. They definitely won't finish first or second this season. I think that'd be Liverpool, City, with a bit of a margin, and then after that you'll have Chelsea, and then, Chelsea and Arsenal will probably battle it out. But I think Chelsea will probably get third place.
That's
Gibbsy, you're spot on. That will
that's
do
a
for me.
great,
That will
great
do.
idea.
That one he cannot run away from. That one he can't run away from. That's no longer a bet. We don't promote gambling. All that's good stuff. Now, if you're wrong, that's what you're gonna be doing. But I want you to do it for the entire month of May. That's when we're winning it, right? So you're gonna be supporting us. May, the entire month of May. Yeah.
Remember the disclaimer that what Rel said, though, right? We can revisit once the signings.
I mean, yeah.
So I'm working.
I'm now regretting saying that. But yeah, we'll do that. But are you game, CT? And you actually everyone on here. We all game, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Without a question.
Wait. Game for what? Because there's one thing saying that someone's going to slip off and fall a place, and then there's one thing saying they're going to finish third or fourth.
I'll clarify. Let me go first. Look. The thing CT said, if we Liverpool don't finish in the top two, that's what he wants him to do.
That's okay. I think that's a fair one. If either team doesn't finish in the top two, then the other set need to wear the tops.
The whole set.
Actually, no, I'm not doing this. I have faith in Arsenal, yeah, but just the thought.
Mikey, all we got to do is adjust our camera if it happens. You know what I mean? That's what you got to do. I'm down with it. Let's go.
Okay, Mikey, 1 to 4.
Arsenal first, Liverpool second, pushed close by Chelsea. City fourth.
Wow.
I don't understand why you think City are going to be that much better.
Do you know how they've done in pre-season? Any idea? Because I've got no idea.
They played the Club World Cup and they've not really had too many games after that. They've got Cherky in, they've got Reinders in, Nori. The defense isn't going to improve. So they're still going to get countered. The transitions, they're still poor. So when Rodri's not in there, I still don't know what they're going to do. They're relying on Haaland rediscovering that season that he had. And in the meantime, Chelsea have strengthened significantly. And I just think we're really, really solid now. We can cope with the 1 or 2 injuries that were killing us last season.
Oh, only 1 or 2. I thought it was the whole squad.
I was being fair. I could say more. You thought the whole squad were injured, Aki?
No, that was definitely that was a commentary coming from both you and CT.
No, don't lie.
I remember you conversation with Rel brought the facts.
You can't come here every week and lie.
You guys were moaning last season about all the injuries that you had. Of course, not the whole squad. Of course, come on. But you were moaning. It was certainly more than 1 or 2. You were moaning more than about 1 or 2. You specifically were as well.
Who did I moan about? What players? Name them.
All your injured players. You kept on saying we have
named.
Well, you had too many to remember. I don't really remember all of the names of your players, to be honest with you.
Chatting rubbish as usual.
No. Are you telling me? Are you telling me that you didn't use injuries as an excuse for last season?
I just said that. Are you okay?
No. What are you talking about?
No. I just said
injuries 1 or 2
position to manage the injuries this season than last season.
But you just said 1 or 2 injuries that you had last season. But last season,
who were the 2 key ones? Have you forgotten last season?
I don't know who your key players are apart from Saka.
Let's move on.
So you have Saka and Rice. They're your 2 key players in my eyes. Which
was
is you're not telling me Odegaard is one of your key players that you're going to cry a river over when he's in.
There we go. You're just stupid.
Move on.
Wow. He's that worldy for you guys, is he? All right, let's see what he does this season then.
Okay, Aki, look, we got a comment coming from Cameron Elder. This one's for you, Mikey, about Eze. So Steve Parish has been on Sky to say we don't need to sell our players.
Yeah, but they've never needed to sell their players. But at the same time, I've seen an interview the other day with their chief exec saying that If a price comes in, they'll do the deal. So let him say that.
He's had a bit too much muscle. He's just
He's
enjoying the moment.
definitely be gone.
He's
They
enjoying
do
the
need
moment.
to sell him. So I don't know what that comment's for.
To be honest, yeah, I said it already. I just don't see how it makes any sense for them. So Eze, what is there's 3 weeks left of the window left? I've not heard of
doesn't
them
make
being
sense,
linked with anyone to replace him.
but-
He's comfortably their best player.
From his perspective, from Eze's perspective, he needs a big move now, or just be prepared to have a Zaha career.
How old is he now?
Not really.
27.
It's World Cup
27?
year.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
wow.
needs to move now.
No, it's World Cup year. If he goes to Arsenal, he's not even guaranteed to be a starter because you've got that worldie Odegaard, your captain, playing in his position, right? So he needs to be a starter. At Palace, he starts hands down. He's going to be their star player. He moves to Arsenal.
He wouldn't want to move,
He
would
moves
he?
to Arsenal. He moves to Arsenal. He's not guaranteed to be a starter.
Where
So
was he
he
playing
wouldn't want to
play
come
at?
to Arsenal then.
I didn't say that. If Arsenal really wanted him, they would have met the release clause because it's been there. No.
Yeah, but wait. We've gone and the transfers this season. You mentioned how long we took to do the Gyökeres deal. If we really wanted him, we would have had him at the start of the winter. We've gone through that. So we'll go in our own time and the players will drop.
All right.
If you really wanted this act, you'd go and slap 150 and he'd be there, right?
No, Newcastle said there isn't a release clause for starters, and Newcastle has said they're not willing to sell him. They haven't even said 150. They just said they're not willing to sell. Full stop. Once they buy that striker and they're willing to sell, then there might be 150 their starting position. But at the moment, they've said he's not for sale, which is a bit different than Easy. Like his position.
No, stop doing this to people's names.
Look, Eze. Anyway, look. If you wanted him, you'd have paid that release clause. Is the point? And the fact is, he did. Well, according to the standard, it's there to the 15th of August. So I don't know what
we know where your sources are.
I've got diverse sources, not just a Metro Kipsy.
Tomato.
All right, let's move on then. So we've got our top four. My top four, actually, just so we've got it on record. My top four is Liverpool, Arsenal second, Chelsea third. No, sorry, Chelsea fourth, Man City third. So Man City, I think, is a bit of a wild card for me, but I still think with Pep in charge, they'll be able to get enough to get third place. Chelsea, I think it can go either way. They've signed another load of players, as we discussed last week. Whether they will work or not, I don't know. The Brazilian guy looks really good based on what I saw the other day. But then they've got Gittins and they've got Garnacho to come as well. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't get it, but not for me to worry about. Copfather, Arsenal, guys, Liverpool's game against Everton was postponed due to a win. At that point, we had a 9-point cushion. Yep, so we were comfortable for quite a lot of last season. I think we went top in September, October time and didn't relinquish it. So yeah, comfortable last season. Don't think it's going to be like that this season. Let's move on to the next topic, Uche. So we've done who our winners are going to be. We've done our top four. We'll quickly do about relegation. Let me just ask the panel because I'm not sure anyone's got any controversial thoughts here, but I think it's the top. The three that have come up are the three that are going to go back down again. Anyone disagree with that?
No.
Yeah, maybe this Brentford ain't looking too clever right now.
I was going to say that as well, man.
Oh, good point.
They ain't looking too close. Basically, when I look at it, I think a lot of the time it's always to do with lack of goals. Any team that struggles in this league, it's always to lack of goals, which is why you say 3 teams get relegated, and that's what might save them. But they need to get rid of Wissa. They're relying on that Thiago, I think his name, and Sade, and that's it. Is that enough? I don't know. But obviously, they might think they've got enough, but that's going to be the biggest thing.
When you say is that enough, is that enough compared to Sunderland, Burnley?
He probably might be. He might be. Yeah.
Well, Sunderland have bought quite well, to be honest with you. I think they bought the best out of all. Sunderland. They bought your old captain, Xhaka. They bought. They did sell Bellingham, but I don't know. I think Brentford could be in trouble, and I think Everton and Wolves, because Wolves sold Kuna, and most of the goals came through him.
Yeah.
So who's your bottom three then, Aki?
Hmm?
Who's your bottom three, or were you just talking?
No, but I think I think Burnley will definitely go down. I can't see them staying up. But then I think between who went up? Was it
My God.
Leeds.
Sunderland and Leeds.
Sunderland and Leeds? So I think it's between those two, Wolves and Everton and Brentford. I think those guys will be in
Who's
the
your
battle.
bottom three?
I'd probably go Burnley, Leeds, and Wolves.
Okay, so Brentford stay up then.
Huh?
After all that.
Yeah.
After all that,
Well, we
Brentford stay
can
up,
we can revisit. I expect them to buy some players before the transfer window closes.
huh?
And
Okay.
yes, Gipsy Henderson
Yeah.
did go for indeed. Yeah.
Yep. Good
I
old
think they'll be
Henry.
all right.
I think Brentford will be all right. But I can't. The goal scoring thing is an issue, and the three that have come up, I can't see them scoring enough goals for them to survive. Gabby one, Sunderland are definitely going back down for sure, as far as I'm concerned. Let's move on to more interesting things. Do you know what? I want to talk about who we think is going to be in the 5th and 6th place, because I'm interested to know where we think the likes of Newcastle and Villa are going to finish. Also, do we think that Tottenham are they going to go up from there? What is it? Where do they finish? 16th or some nonsense? Manchester United made a few signings. Do you think any of those are going to break top 5, top 6?
Yes.
Thank you, Mikey.
I think that United will get top 6. I think that they bought very well for the way that they play in terms of Cunha and Buemo and Sesko. They've got goals now, and they've got a serious threat on the counter. They've got players that can carry the ball well, with Ahmad at wing back as well. They're looking a lot better, and they're linked to Belieber. That would be a big signing if they was able to pull that off. I don't know where they get the money from, seeing as they can't pay people.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I think Newcastle will finish 5th and United 6th.
And Villa nowhere to be seen. So
Villa
Newcastle
haven't done any good business.
True.
They've just bought an attacker on Friday. Can't remember his name, from France, who can play on the left and up front. But they just haven't freshened things up. Newcastle at least have got Elanga in there. They may hold on to Isak, although I think he'll go on the final day of the window. Yeah, things move.
CT, have you got any variation? I know Tottenham, you're.
Oh no way Spurs are going to be out there. No chance.
Why they're not going to be out there, CT?
They haven't strengthened well. Since they got knocked back from that Gibbs White, they're trying to talk about getting Eze, but they won't be able to attract Eze. And also Maddison's gone down as well. So I think they're in a lot of trouble like they was last season, to be honest. They'll probably be a lot stronger defensively with the new manager on board, but attacking-wise, he's not known for his attacking, really. He doesn't have those players he had at Brentford to actually try and impose that style. So, no, I can't see Spurs being a problem. But I kind of agree with Mikey with the Man United, who might be up there, but I just don't like him that much. So I'll probably get Newcastle and Villa, to be honest. I don't really trust their manager too well. I haven't seen any change.
I don't trust him either. He's too rigid.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything from last season where I think, okay, he just needs certain players in place where they're actually going to be effective. But I don't know if he knows how to use these players well at all. So I'm going to stick with, I think it's going to be Villa and Newcastle once again, 5th and 6th.
Okay, thank you, CT. We're gonna do predictions for next week's game actually at the end, because obviously you're away to United, right? Yeah. So we'll see whether what you've just said matches the result for that game. Uche and Aki, top 5. What are we saying in terms of which team do you think are going to break in there? Is it going to be any change or?
Wait, what about 5th and 6th?
None of those guys.
5th and 6th, sorry, yeah.
I'm going to go with Forest and Villa. I think Villa won't have Champions League this season, and I think that's what's going to hold back Newcastle, as well as the fact they haven't really bought that many players. And I think Forest played really well last season, and then they fell off. So I think they have a bit more experience. I think they've also signed a couple of players. They haven't sold.
Well, they lost Elanga.
Yeah, who's replacing Elanga?
Well, they'll buy someone for sure. They've got money. It's not like they haven't got money.
For you to say that they're going to finish 5th or 6th at this present point, who's replaced Elanga because he was key to them?
He was key to how because obviously they sat back and he on a counter.
And then you're relying on Chris Wood having another 20-goal season as well, which I highly suspect he won't.
Yeah, this is a prediction game, and when I look into my crystal ball, I see Forest and Villa up there, very close to Arsenal. So like only 1 or 2 positions away, mate. So you want to hope it doesn't come true.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to something sensible.
Unfortunately, I've had to call your name after you said sensible. Go on, Uche.
I'm gonna go with it's not one of these teams. Brighton and
Brighton.
Yeah, I'm going for Brighton to come in 5th or 6th, and it's gonna be between Brighton and Aston Villa. I think Manchester United have pulled a cotton wool over some of your eyes. You people that like watching friendlies and seeing all these silly skills and techers and all this rubbish.
Knowing the players, we've seen them in the Premier League.
Yeah, well, the problem is you miss a big important point. You've seen a player, the manager is a problem. You seem to have skimmed over that. They're not going to invent a new manager, are they? They're still going to have to. You still have to manage them. He's probably going to put Cunha left wing back tomorrow. Watch.
I feel a bit silly because I said let's be sensible. It came to you, and then you said right.
Yeah, but because you're saying stuff, which means that you're not backing Amorim. I'm backing Amorim to be gone by. I'm gonna be generous. End of November, he's gone.
That will give them a better chance.
Yeah, well, it's the better opinion. But I'm telling you, he's a problem. He's actually literally.
I just want to know.
Yeah, because Brighton they bought quite well the year before, and they had a couple of problems during the season.
They lost João Pedro. Have they got someone?
Now, forget João Pedro. Scored a lot of penalties. You guys get excited. Relax, man. João Pedro was nowhere to be seen in the Premier League because a lot of the time we kept seeing Welbeck. Remember? So what was happening to this João Pedro guy?
Come on.
What's going to change? That's all I'm asking.
Sorry, what are you saying, CT? Did you remember João Pedro? Because we keep saying Welbeck.
Let's behave there. Like what makes Brighton up there in 5th or 6th? Don't give me stories about managers.
There is no story. I'm telling you that they bought.
We're not even hearing stories. It's just waffle.
I'm not waffling. I'm crystal clear. I don't waffle.
Brighton.
So they bought quite well last year. They're going to take a while to gel. They got a very good manager. They know what they're doing, and they can get goals. Yes, João Pedro has left them, but like I keep saying, go and check what actually happened with Brighton. He was nowhere to be seen a lot of the time. I don't know if he was injured.
He was the top goal scorer.
Goal for them, didn't he?
He was the top goal scorer.
He was a lot of Welbeck involved there.
He was the top goal scorer. He's a top goal scorer.
That's the yellow card, isn't it, bro? Come on, bro.
This is a wild take from you.
If that was me that said that, then you'd never hear the end of it. So come on.
No, sorry.
You have to be fair now.
You're talking over people, like if you're gonna make a point.
You said he didn't do anything, but he was the top goal scorer.
I'm saying that they're making a big deal. How many goals did he score in the league? Aki, tell me. Did he score?
You're moving the goalposts. You basically
said the question. He said he was a top goal scorer, right? So you got that right, right? So how many goals did he score in the league for Brighton? Just a simple question. A simple answer.
I haven't got the answer to that.
For argument's sake,
there's no arguments. It's factual. He scored 10.
Did he score? No. How many goals did he score, Mikey? How many goals did he score?
I told you. He scored 10. Welbeck scored 10.
Okay, so then he said he was top scorer. They joined top scorer. I knew. So what are you talking about? So what I'm trying to say to you, like all this hype over João Pedro, he scored 10 Premier League goals, right? 10 Premier League goals. That's what he did.
That's
No, but I'm saying to you,
It's about 15 or 20% of the goals that they scored last season. Though, no? How many goals did they score last season?
So a lot of the stuff you guys are talking about, he still temporarily goals, and he takes. I'm pretty sure he takes the penalty. So he's got a lot. He's got a lot of goals. What I'm trying to say. So I'm backing Brighton because they have a very good manager. They've got a good system. For Manchester United, I just don't know where you guys are getting this hype from. It's a proper hype.
No, I agree with you on that.
So that's why I'm going. I wanted to change. There's no way I'm backing, and it's definitely not going to be Spurs. Spurs. I think Manchester United and Spurs. They need to pick a number between 8 and 15, somewhere around.
So Brighton are going to finish above Newcastle.
Newcastle have finished, right? This guy has completely destabilized them, right? Isak has completely thrown them off course. Yeah, I will not even be surprised. Yeah, because he is their leading striker. He leads everything. Right now, they look clueless. They ain't got nobody. They can't even get Wissa in, so they're struggling. Before 5 games could go in the Premier League, they'll be struggling. So I don't back them at all. And also, that's another guy, and you mark my words, that's another guy that could be getting his P45 soon if he carries on the way he's carrying on. Eddie Howe.
Wow.
So that I'm backing. So there you go.
Apparently Gordon got injured yesterday as well in their friendly. So I don't know who they're playing up front if they're not going to sign anyone before next weekend. Gabriel.
I didn't go anywhere near Brighton last night, mate. One thing I'm not gonna have here is people backing Manchester United or Spurs for any of these places. They're nowhere near it.
But then don't bring Brighton to the table. At least
for anybody but them anyway. I like them. They were only 5 points behind a team that finished 5th. It wasn't like we're not talking about a big gap here. I mean, you guys got to remember. You're not talking about a humongous gap. They finished with 61 points and Newcastle finished with 66 points. We're not talking about something outrageous. Calm yourselves down, man. Jeez.
But they've lost their key striker, man.
They've lost Pedro.
He wasn't striking.
They also don't have a Dingra. So that's 2 attacking players they've lost.
But they let Adingra go. Sorry? They let Adingra go.
I know they've made signings, but who have they gained?
Last season, you know that last season they spent quite a lot of money. You just didn't see a lot.
They spent a lot.
So some of them had injury problems. I'm telling you, man, this guy, I rate that manager, and I think he's got something cooking. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you.
If they lose Baleba, they're done. Like there could be more bottom of the table.
Obviously, great. Oh, come on, don't be that ridiculous. But I don't think they're going to lose him. They're not going to lose him.
Okay.
If they get 100 mil, then they should sell him.
Boy, if someone's gonna be silly and give them 100 mil plus, then yeah, maybe they will. But I'm not planning for that to happen. But I really like the way they play. So for me, there's not much between these teams. It's 5 points. You guys are making noise like these teams did something major. Now you're going on like Pedro marked up the league, scored 10 league goals. Welbeck scored 10 league goals. Freaking hell, even Odegaard can score 10 league goals. 10 league goals, that's what we're gassing about. 10 league goals now. We're gassing about 10 league goals now. That's what we're doing. Jeez.
For Brighton.
If he's a joint top scorer, it kind of makes a difference.
What makes a difference? How do you mean? How does he make a difference? What do you mean?
Because they're lost the joint top scorer.
We're playing a lot of games. How many goals? Okay, let me ask you a question. How many goals did Chris Wood play? Who's better than Chris Wood? How many? Since you're laughing, how many goals did Chris Wood score in the same Premier League? Before his season started,
I don't know. Let's say double. Let's say double. Let's say double, Uche. Let's say double. What's your point?
Versus Pedro. So how many goals would you reckon? So at the end of the day, you can say this, but the facts are facts. You can't change it. He scored 10 league games, 10 league goals.
Yes, which is
you're gassing him up like
Okay, Uche, let's just keep it simple.
10 league goals now.
Let's keep it simple so that before we can move on. They've lost the joint top scorer. Who's replacing them?
What do you mean with respect to them? Who replaced them? What
was before? They've lost their joint top scorer. Who's replacing him as their joint top or more? Who's going to get more than the 10 or to get at least 10? Who's doing it?
I'm saying to you that 10 is a minor. Why are you making a big noise over 10?
Okay, not answering then.
I'm telling you something, and you're there telling me about you're still trying to gas up about 10 league goals. That's what you're doing. You're literally trying harder and harder.
No.
If it was Chris Wood now, you have a point. If you're talking about Chris Wood, you'd be like, okay, he scored this amount of goals. He's their focal point. That's the guy. You've lost him. Who are you going to replace him? That's not the case here, is it?
All right, guys. So Aki thinks Nottingham Forest. You think Brighton. All right, cool. Well done, guys.
Let's move.
You're
Let's move on.
welcome.
We got.
Wait, hold up. But Forest did finish 6th last season,
Oh
right?
my
Or,
God.
or they
You
finished
still
7th. They
backing
finished 7th.
Forest,
Yeah.
Forest finished 7th and Brighton finished 8th.
Yeah,
Like,
but Forest were top 4 for a large part of the season, so
They
you
could
can't
have
put
got
me.
top four if they won
All I'm
against
saying is,
them.
they've
you
lost
can't
one
put
of their
me.
best players.
You can't put me in the same boat as Uche because his prediction of Brighton is a lot wilder than my prediction of Forest.
It's
And I
supposed
think
to
we
be
all have
wild
to.
because you guys need to talk about 5th or 6th because I don't really give enough now.
But I think also your prediction of Man U is a wild.
Is Manchester United.
He's back
Yeah,
in. He's back in.
Man U's a what?
20 goals.
Man
That's
U's
what he's doing.
Man U's a wild prediction as well. Those guys finished like bottom half of the table last season, and they've
we'll
got
see, won't
That's
we?
what I'm saying. It's like I
no
cannot believe that
defenders.
people are
How
just
mad
going
would
on bad about.
Okay, are we gonna stand on this? Yeah. So
Definitely
you're
Brighton.
back in Brighton.
I'm gonna stand on it.
against Man
You're
United,
guessing
okay?
up a team that
They'll
finished.
definitely they'll finish above Man U.
Wait, just give me a minute.
Let him go.
So Uche, you're back in Brighton against Man United. Aki, you're back in Forest against Man United. Are we clear?
Yeah, 100%.
Is that true? All right, we'll take
100%.
it.
Yeah, what's the big deal? Is that meant to be like? Is that meant to be like some sort of shook stuff?
Have you got any Man
What's
United
the plan?
shirts?
We'll take it offline.
Hey,
Are you ready?
guys,
What's supposed to be something like? What did you do there?
Mikey,
You got your
Well, that's
checkbook
what we
ready.
signed.
Mikey, do you know anyone?
No,
who's
no,
got any Man
seriously, what-
United?
You got your
Wait.
checkbook ready.
What was Mikey
Make sure
trying
you
to do there? I
confirm
want to
next
understand
week what's happened.
Okay,
Okay, but what were
we've
you?
reached the hour.
Honestly, I want an answer to it. What were you expecting to do there? Man United against Brighton. Have you actually looked at the table? You actually know what's going on? You seem to have a lot of confidence. This Amorim and this clown. Like I don't know what it
Listen,
is you're seeing.
You don't. The money will talk, and we'll confirm it next week. Just
What
relax.
money? What are you talking about? What money?
You stand on your business.
No, but I'm
Yeah,
not betting on it. I
hour
don't care. I don't know that I'm talking about.
You're not. You mean you don't believe what you're saying?
We've reached the
No,
hour
I'm not
mark.
gonna bet. I'm not gonna, bet on that. It was my own. I get passionate for my team, not for
Right,
these kind of
all right,
choices.
cool. We don't need to hear from you any further.
Mike
Actually,
Uche,
what you said?
We don't do any betting
hour mark.
on this show.
The hour
So we've
mark.
got two breezers.
Let's finish.
Bacardi.
Cardi breezes.
Let's finish up, guys. Let's finish up. So one last category. There's a few others we want to talk about. We've reached the hour mark. We've talked about Brighton for too long. Let's quickly just end on most exciting EPL signing for this season. Who do you think is going to make the biggest impact coming up?
No, we need to do predictions, don't we, for next week?
Aki, just listen to what I'm saying first. Yeah, answer that question. When you finish answering that question, I'll ask you
That's
another
a
question.
nice way of saying shut up, Aki.
Yeah. So, who do you think? Just quickly around the panel, who do you think is going to make the biggest impact? I'm going to go with. It's very obvious, of course. I'm going to go with. If we get Isaac,
There is no one. There is nobody.
I want to go with Verts, but if Isaac comes, I'm going to go with him. Quickly around the panel, Uche, who do you think is going to make the biggest impact out of the new signings this summer?
Isak, no Isak. Even if Isak, I don't know what. That's one person is definitely not gonna be. So it's
I didn't ask you
all
that.
day long.
I asked you who do you think is going to get it?
Yeah, but
We're over the hour.
I don't care what you do. Captain of Isak is getting out of control. I don't care if he comes and become a Liverpool player. Isak will not be the main man at that club. It's not gonna happen.
I agree.
All day long.
Fantastic, but who do you think is going to be?
I've already told you. Verts.
Verts. Okay, Mikey.
Gyökeres.
I knew it was coming.
Well,
CT.
if we get a guy that comes in and scores 20 plus league goals, as I expect him to, we haven't had that for years. So it will be the biggest impact.
CT, I guess you agree with that.
Martinelli.
Hey, silly season.
Nah, Gyökeres, man. Let's be serious here.
I was going to say, listen to this. Yeah, it's a good question, Kibsy. It's a good question. I think we wait for the pod and we get out all the frustrations that build up during the week. That's what happens.
I don't know these guys. I want to get out there.
Aki, who do you think?
Frimpong.
It doesn't have to be Liverpool.
No,
Anyway.
I'm gonna have Frimpong. I think he has the potential to be.
Did you see Bert play today?
He's very attack minded. He scored a goal. Did you see that?
Did you see Verts play though? He didn't mean that goal, Frimpong.
I wasn't enamored. I wasn't enamored by. I thought he had a like. I would have given Burks a 6 or a 7 today. I didn't think he had an amazing game today, and I think there's much more to come from him. But on today's performance, I think Frimpong is going to destroy the league. If you ask me, he's got a lot of pace.
I think his pace is ridiculous, to be honest.
I can't wait till we have these discussions about his defensive lack of positioning.
He's not being brought in for defensive qualities. He's been brought in for.
He's not right, but neither was Trent. But you still managed to critique him. So I just want to.
He'll be better defensively than Trent. I can guarantee you that.
Not from what I'm seeing.
Okay, lads, we're well over that hour mark. So after spending all this time arguing, let's finish up on predictions for next weekend's games. So Liverpool are kicking off the Premier League season, the defense of their 20th league title. They're kicking it off against Bournemouth at home. Bournemouth lost their whole central defense, I think.
It's a nonsense. You've been given a bye in the first game.
Yeah, that's crazy. You got that.
I think it's a great time for us to be playing them. Absolutely fantastic. So we must take the 3 points. I expect us to take the 3 points. So I'm going for a Liverpool win. Mikey, CT, let's start with you two as the haters. What do you reckon?
Liverpool 4-0.
Yeah,
4-0.
I'm going to go for 5-0.
Wow.
You're going to batter me?
Yeah.
See,
I don't know.
Aki Anuche?
I'll go 3-1 Liverpool. 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1.
3-1
Liverpool. Uche?
I think it will be a tricky game. 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1. Okay. Copfather's gone with 2-0 dominant performance. I haven't actually given a prediction. I would suggest 3-1. I think we're going to concede. We've been very leaky in preseason, so I think we'll concede. But 3-1 is my prediction. And then Arsenal kicking off away at United. Is that on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday game. What do we think of the result? Let's start with Uche. We'll come to Aki in a second.
Why are you coming to me? Go to the fans. Go to your fans, mate. Go to your fellow
fans. Haters. I started with the haters last time, so I'm starting with the haters this time. No?
Yeah, let's start with the fans. I mean, you start. I think you're part of them now. You start.
Part of who?
You're part of Arsenal, innit? To talk about Arsenal. Talk the talk, mate. Back your boys.
What
disassociation. Jeez.
What boys? Liverpool. I've spoken about them already. 3-1. Yeah.
Well, I was told that Amorim is going to be so fantastic. I'm going to see Cunha murking it up, making twisting up. Is it MLS or MLB? What's his name? Martin Lewis, Mr. Kelly, Skelly, Maskelly. Gonna twist him up and then put in the. He's not even playing. So after this, he's not even gonna start the game.
Why not? Is he injured? Wait, why not? Is he injured?
No, wait. What happened? Why is he not playing?
Yeah, he was.
He just come back from injury.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Don't worry. Cunha is gonna deal with the other guy, Calafiori, and he's gonna bang them up. Nice goal.
Just get to the score, man. What are you saying?
Score is Manchester United 3, Arsenal 1, because obviously my United are gonna come 5th, innit?
Okay.
Makes sense.
Aki.
Well, you couldn't have asked for an easier game to start the season. So I'll probably go with 5-0 Arsenal.
5-0. Okay.
Well, Man U are really poor. Man U,
he's backing these Forest boys. Mikey.
2-1.
2-1 to Arsenal. Jokeres double. CT.
2-0.
2-0.
Manchester United, yeah.
Is that Old Trafford or Emirates?
Old Trafford.
Yeah, 5-0 then.
Yeah, right.
If it's Emirates, it could have been more.
We're talking this talk. CT saying 2-0 like he goes to Old Trafford and wins every week.
It's 2-0. They haven't even got their strike force together yet.
What do you mean?
You're right.
We're going to beat them 2-0. They're all over the place. 2-0.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what's your record over there? Like, why are you saying all this thing with chess? What's your record over there?
Listen, United don't have to be good for us to not get a result. Let's just be clear.
It's 2-2.
Yeah, but again, I'm asking the Arsenal fans, what were you? How did you get on at Old Trafford?
You're not listening.
I am listening.
You weren't, because I just agreed with you and you're still chatting.
What do you mean? You don't get a good record. So why is this guy saying 2-0 like he's a minor? You guys don't win
I
at Old
can see
Trafford.
it's predictions. I'm giving my.
You said 3-1. Go on, back your talk. You said 3-1. What's going on?
Yeah, because they're normally quite good at home, especially to a big top 6 club. That's why I'm surprised. Like last time, I don't think you guys win that often in that ground.
Wait, who did you say 3-1 to? Oh, United.
United,
Oh,
yeah.
you're mad, man.
He's got a one.
Looking at
because I think it's the first game of the season, right? You guys don't normally win there easily. It's normally a top game. They always put their show because it's their first game of the season. They're gonna show up, and I don't see you guys walking away with 3 points, let alone 1 point. That's why.
We won't
looking at the comments.
guarantee
It looks like the majority of people are going with a draw. I think Arsenal are going to snatch it because they're my boys, Uche. Yeah, that's the reason why.
Represent, bro.
They're my boys, yeah.
Next time.
The reason why is because I hate United more than I hate Arsenal. So I can't see them. I want it. I'd actually like them to get relegated if possible. So if that could happen, that would be nice. Okay, we've done it. We've done an hour and 10 minutes. We are going to end it there, guys. Thanks for everyone who joined us for this show. Thanks for the newcomers. Copfather, please subscribe. Hopefully see you again next week. Any new viewers, please join us again next week for a live interactive show. Get involved in the comments, like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next week for the start of the 25-26 Premier League season. Let's go. See you next week, guys.